Good day, everyone. I hope all is well. Today is May 22nd, 2020, and I would like to take this opportunity to tell you a story that will hopefully capture at least 4 different emotional registers. My name is Timmy Lewis, and I'm a student at Northeastern University taking a business and professional course. And I would like to tell you a story about a time I experienced while in Hawaii using some of the concepts learned in this course. It is our 3rd day in Hawaii. My wife and I decided to travel to the other side of the island to experience a more non-touristy side because the beaches where our hotel was had very calm waves and the area is considered ideal for family and tourists. We got in our red convertible Mustang that we rented. The top was down. It was a beautiful sunny day in February. Mind you, in Boston, there were 2 back-to-back record snowstorms that year in February. And I remember feeling a little survivor's remorse because I just landed in Hawaii one day before it started snowing. So lucky me. Nonetheless, we were cruising and enjoying the beautiful weather and landscape. It was during this day we learned 2 things. 1, pineapples do not grow from trees. And 2, Hawaii also has a winter season. I remember smiling so hard, and I instantly knew we reached our destination once we seen surfers riding these giant waves. There were hundreds of food trucks, music playing everywhere. Something about the atmosphere was very euphoric that day. We finally found parking, and not being the best swimmer, we decided to spot right next to the lifeguards. This would prove a wise decision later on. At first glance, these waves looked intimidating, but at the same time, you see a little kid with those tiny floaties getting tossed by these same waves, then jump right back in with giant smiles. So, like any sane adult, we gradually walked into the ocean and realized the water only reached to our knees, so we felt safe. But the waves, as if they would actually reach at least 6 feet above us before crashing back down into the water. And man, was it fun! You should have seen me trying to learn how to body surf. It was like a cat in water. But all of a sudden, I hear the lifeguard get on the microphone and say, "Attention! If you're not, a strong swimmer, please exit the water." My wife, around this point, was not in the water. She decided to go back on shore to tan. I look around and see a lot of kids and their parents start to get back on the shore, and I thought to myself, I should do the same. But then the lifeguard gets back on the loudspeaker and says, "Please have all the kids exit the water unless they are a strong swimmer." So I instantly think, oh, he's talking about his kids, not adults. I passed a deep end test at the YMCA, so I should be fine. I was only a few feet away from the shore. When I tell you, man, oh man, when I tell you, I mean all of a sudden, the tide picks up, and now the water level isn't at my knees anymore, but rather at my neck. But yet the waves were still towering me. At this point, I realized I needed to swim back to shore, but there was a huge problem. Every time I would swim to the shore, the wave that was forming behind me would bring me back to the spot I had started. Now I'm in this fight with the current trying to get to shore. I started to swim harder and harder, but then I get tired and I was exhausted. At this point, I remember having tunnel vision because I can literally see right in front of me, maybe 2 feet, the sand, the shore. So now I start to panic and actually begin to doggy paddle frantically toward the shore. But mind you, I'm now maybe 9 feet from the shore, and right before I'm going to scream for help and lose every ounce of manlyhood, a local surfer comes right next to me and says, "Need some help?" I looked so defeated, and I looked at him with some desperate puppy eyes and said, "Please." I flopped on his surfboard so quick and out of breath. My panic finally turned into embarrassment, and top it off, I actually see lifeguards running towards my directions, and within seconds, I'm literally wrapped in the infamous Baywatch lifeguard floats, and I finally get back to shore. My wife was actually the one that told the lifeguards I might need some help. Come to find out later, all the surf competitions in Hawaii are actually in February. This is when they have the biggest waves due to the winter season. I guess you can't really escape the winter, even if it's 85 degrees out. If you have any further questions and or would like to provide some feedback, my contact information is listed below in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.